There. Should be sound now. Sorry, guys. That should be sound now, Keisha. We're just catching up. I think I'm good. I have no idea why, but my phone, when I took my little break, I guess my phone decided to take a break too because all the settings were wrong. And usually they're all preset. So I wasn't quite sure what was going on there, but thank you. Okay. All good now. Yay. Excellent. Okay. What else have I got? Hi, Barbara. Nice to see you over there. Sometimes I can't see what's popping up. I'm not sure. There's gremlins in my computer somewhere, I think. Oh, there she is. I am having a beautiful day. Whereabouts in BC are you, Barbara? Because Keisha is on the island, and I'm in New Westminster. So, just Vancouver area. Hi, Jennifer from Alberta. I hope you've got nice weather today, too. God, can you believe it's September already, you guys? I don't know where the time has gone. I'm just going to wait for a couple more people, and then we'll get going. Keisha's my sound. My sound and sight. She comes on first and kind of helps me out. So I didn't have sound at the beginning, but now we do. Hi, Mary from Nova Scotia. Know you. Welcome. Okay, so can you guys guess what we're going to do today? We're going to do perfect partners today. Yeah. You just woke up from a nap. It's a perfect day. Sometimes I have a nap. Oh, Sparwood. Kootenays. Awesome. Okay, guys, well, let's get started. So, hopefully, I've been away for a couple weeks, well, a couple of Facebook Lives. My daughter's visiting from Toronto, but hopefully you all know about this fantastic promotion that's happening right now called Perfect Partners. But what Stampin' Up! Has done is taken 6 of our existing stamp sets. So some of them are in the annual catalog, some are in the mini catalog. And they have released time-limited exclusive dies that match these stamp sets. And they really are fabulous. So if you haven't seen them, I'm going to talk about them today. Make sure you grab them as soon as you can. I believe they are while supplies last. They're only for September in any event. So if you love something, get it now. Okay, so you won't be disappointed. Hi, Wendy, all the way from Swansea. Hi, Ellie. Hi, Cynthia. Gosh, you guys are all popping on. Thank you. I've missed you guys. Feels like forever. Anyway, we're all set to go. So let's go over to my screen. Here we go. So let's scoot over there. Okay, so we're talking about perfect partners. Now, some of you may be aware that the Apple Harvest Bundle, which is fantastic, is the theme of, I'm just going to grab it here. So here's the Apple Harvest stamp set. So this is in the mini catalog. And like I said, they've released dies that go with it. Okay, so they cut out the apples and there's some, they cut out the flowers, but there's also some other dies here that cut out embossed leaves and embossed flowers and what was I going to say? Not the trunk, but the stem for the apples. Okay, so those are in a bundle and you can get them during September. Okay, so in addition to that, I wanted to show you, before I tell you about the other items, my partner Ange McKay and I, well, we're partners in providing or bringing you classes each month. We're both independent demonstrators. We are going to have a class, and the class is on October the 3rd. And we're going to get together and create 4 cards together. So the class kit is 4 cards. So we're going to cut everything for you. It's going to be ready for you to put together, and then you can join us live and craft along with us, or you can watch later on a replay. Okay. So as part of your kit, you're going to get all the pieces to make your cards, but you're also going to get 12 by 12 sheets of the Gingham Cottage Dsp. And here it is. It just screams like picnic to me, which sort of screams apples, which screams, you know, apple season. September is apple orchard time. So you're going to get all of that. You're going to get half a roll of the fabulous black and white 1/8 inch gingham ribbon here. So you're going to get half of that. And you're going to get a full pack of the classic matte dots. Okay, so that plus all your stuff you're going to need to make those 4 cards, plus you're going to be able to come and play with us on October the 3rd. Okay, so let me show you some of the other ones in the Perfect Partners. So we've also got fresh cut stem dies. Okay, so that goes with those fresh cut flowers stamps, and then we've got the dies. Okay, now this one is, I love the apples, but honestly the pigs are my favorite. So here's the little playful piggies. Remember we made this card last week? Is that cute? Look at the wagon. And then here's another one, little pig in his dirt here, or her dirt. Love that. Okay, we've also got the tree trimming dies. These are very pretty. I don't have these ones yet. And we have the Waterfall Canyon bundle, which is very unique and very different. Look at this, 31 dies that you can create these beautiful waterfalls with. And then lastly, we've got the Yeti to Party. That's in the mini catalog. And here's a couple of cards with the Yeti. Isn't it cute? Look at this. It's got, instead of, you think of it Christmas, oh, and you can make Christmas, but look, you can make it like a little birthday Yeti. So cute. Love that. Okay. Now, I also want to talk to you guys about the weekly deals. These come out on every Thursday starting last Thursday. So there'll be more tomorrow. And then again on the 21st. Is that it? What am I'm missing a week. So today, oh yeah, last week was the 1st, right? Tomorrow's the 8th. I'm speeding up my life here. Then the 15th and 22nd. So this week, which ends today, tonight, look at all these fabulous ideas that you can, or new products that you can get, or products that are available already, but we're going to get them at a discount. My favorite on here is the Splendid Day paper. It is absolutely gorgeous, stunning paper, and it's on for like $5 off. So you want to grab that. And of course, the puff paint. That's another one that you might want to grab. Okay. So that's kind of the lay of what's going on around here. Hi, Donna. Nice to see you on here. I'm just checking back here. I think I said hi to everybody. Yeah, so hopefully everybody's doing well. All right, so let's start. We got our apple harvest. We've got our dies. We're going to use those. I'm going to also use the brick and mortar 3D embossing folder. I love this folder, and I love it with this particular stamp set. And I'm also grabbed the tailor-made tags. Have you guys seen these? So you get 8 tags. So in different sizes with a little ornate top, and then you get 4 that have more of a traditional tag top. Then you get these little pieces that you can cut out that are like little reinforcements for the little holes on the top. I love those. So we're going to use that too. Okay. So I have started today. Gosh, I haven't done this in a whole week and I'm out of practice. I've started with soft sea foam. That's going to be the base of my card. She says, I'm looking at this and thinking, that's a weird. No, it's right. I thought it looked weird to me, but looks good. Okay. Sorry. 8.5 by 5.5. Scored at 4 1/4. There we go. Okay. Then I grabbed one of those pieces from that Cottage Gingham DSP. I love this pattern, the grays. Okay. So that's the other side, but I like this side. And so I just cut that one 1/4 inch smaller. So 4 by 5 1/4. Okay. I've got a couple of scraps of basic white because I want to stamp some images on there. I've got a piece of basic black. This is I think it's 1 1/4 by 4. Okay. And then I've gone ahead before we started today. I've taken a piece of the basic white and I have embossed it with that brick and mortar embossing folder. And the reason I did it ahead of time was because you have to use the larger Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. And I didn't want to drag it over to my desk today. I just want to use my mini one today. Okay. So I'm going to start actually by just cutting out one of those labels from the TaylorMade labels. Let's see who else has come on. Anybody else coming on? Nope, we're all good. Got my sister Ellie on. My sister Mo is not here yet. They're usually here. All right. Let's just go ahead and cut that. So I just grabbed a piece of white, I embossed it, and now I'm going to go ahead and cut that out. Oh, hi, Jennifer. You're back. Were you gone? Glad you're back. Okay. Okay, so there we go. There's our little brick and mortar. Isn't that cute? All right. Next, let's do some stamping. So I've got these two pieces. I'm going to take the image that is the large apple. This is very appropriate for today because this is back to school week. And my sister, who's on this call, Ellie Blake, she is a retired teacher of many, many years. And she kind of had two themes when she was a teacher. One was apples. She loves apples. Very teacher-like, right? And lions, because the school where she taught, the mascot was a lion. So whenever I see a lion or an apple, I think of my sister, who gave years and years and years to educating kids, and she loved it. Okay. Oh, there you are, Mo. You are here. I'm sorry. Hi, Joanne. Nice to see you. You haven't missed much. We're just going to be playing with the apple harvest. Okay, so here's my two apples. What are your favorite apples to eat? My favorite are Honey Crisp. Those are my favorite. I do like Macintosh and Spartans, but only if they're really, really crisp, right? Which is hard to get. My least favorite, I would say, are Delicious. They've got a kind of a bite to them. I don't know. I don't like them as much. And I used to love Granny Smith, but sometimes they upset my tummy. I don't know about you guys. So I'm going to do a yellow Delicious apple. So I'm going to grab some yellows here. We got saffron and daffodil. Light daffodil. Is this light saffron? I think so. And oh, don't need two of those. So I've got those. So I'm going to do one apple as a yellow Delicious. Cortland, you see, we don't get those ones often here. The ones you pick fresh off the tree. Yes. There is, when years and years ago, my sisters can tell me if it's still there. There was an apple farm called Chudney's in Milton, I think it was, in Toronto. And we used to drive there, and it was so much fun. They had hay rides, but they had miniature trees. So you could walk through the orchards, and the trees were like 5 feet tall or 5.5 feet. They weren't, maybe 6 feet. I don't know. So easy. You could just pick your apples off the tree and then take them home. And they made the best apple pie. So I don't know if that family still runs it or not. My sisters would know. Let's take them when my nephews were little. So the other one I'm going to do is like a Granny Smith type. So again, let me just make sure I got parakeet here. What else have I got? Granny, well, you got to do a granny apple with a granny apple blend, right? I've also got soft sea foam, and maybe olive. I'll just play around because, you know, you can never have too many colors. Okay, so let's start with our yellow. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the saffron, the dark saffron, and I'm just going to go around the edge here. So where the detail's already been added by the artist, by the Stampin' Up! Artist, I'm just going to make that a bit dark like that. Okay. Then I'm going to take the light daffodil. So it's not quite as, it's a little bit darker still. Just going to kind of add it. Not really being too particular. Okay. I think I will add a little bit of dark just at the bottom here of my apple. Just where kind of now the shape of these apples to me are more like a Delicious apple, I think. Because, you know, Granny Smith and Max are kind of a rounder, I think. Fatter and rounder, but that's okay. We're just going for it. And then I've got my light saffron. I'm just going to go over the whole thing, blending it. I think I need to treat myself to some new saffron blends. Okay, I think that's good. I'm just got to see it more in my own light here. I don't know if it's yellow enough. I think it should be a little yellower. Just a little bit more yellow. I think that looks good. I was going to say this looks good enough to eat, and it does. Thing about blends, you can blend it. You can always layer color on top of color on top of color. Okay, so don't be afraid to do that. All right, now I'm going to use a light color. I'm going to use dark soft seafoam for my leaves. I want it a little bit more muted today than the bright red apples that we've been used to. I've been coloring with the bright red, and it's been nice, but I wanted it a little bit subtler. Okay. Oh, thanks, Jennifer. My sister's saying Chutney's has become so big that they actually have a production now where they sell their actual frozen pies and products in grocery stores. So there you go. Okay. Okay, there we go. So that's my yellow delicious apple. Okay, and then let's make a Granny Smith or a green one at least. Let's go green. So this time, I'm sure parakeet seems a bit bright, doesn't it? Okay, I'm going to go with dark granny apple. It's quite dark. Oof, I don't know if I like it that dark. It's okay. I can take another color. Let's see the light one. My thing is I never remember what color I've used. And that's okay. You sort of makes them all unique, right? This is light granny apple. This is dark granny apple. I'm going to treat myself to some granny apples blends too. Let's see. Okay. Then I'm just going to take Old Olive. I'm going to take an Old Olive. I think I'm going to take an Old Olive. Not sure. I'm playing. Yeah, I'm going to take it. Ooh, wish me luck. Here I go. Light Old Olive. I'm just going to blend it all in. Yeah, I think that works. That's the perfect thing about blends, isn't it? Is that you don't kind of kibosh the color underneath by blending it. You just bring out the color in a different way. So this worked out quite well. You can't really see it on your end, you guys, but from my perspective, what's happened is it's created a two-tone apple that looks quite realistic, actually. I'll show it up you in a sec, and hopefully you'll be able to see the distinctions of that. There's my pretty little soft sea foam. I'm going to add some of that to my leaf. I love coloring. Do you guys like coloring? And if you do, you just keep layering on the colors until you're happy. I'm actually quite happy with that one. This is a happy accident. If I had started out trying to create this, it never would have worked. But it helps sometimes that you just keep going. Okay. So there's my granny apple. Oops, and there's my golden delicious. You see what I mean by this color? How I started off thinking, oh, it's messing up, but it really isn't. You can really see the different colors in the apple. Okay, so let's cut those out. Oh, you need a, yeah, I didn't, I am really careful, Jennifer, but these are old. Like they're getting old. And look at this. I've noticed that they don't owe, as my mother would say, Scottish, they don't owe you a nickel. Do you guys know that saying? My sisters would know. Which basically means they've served you well. There's nothing left. They did a good job. You got your money's worth. So they don't owe you a nickel. And that's how I feel about some of my blends. I have used them for a long time and they have served me well. So let's cut this out with that coordinating die. This is what's so great. September, remember, you got to get these in September. And then you got to come to Ange in my class because we've got some really pretty cards to create with you using the products. Okay. All right. So simple. Here we go. Okay. Who's got this set and who's been playing with it? Well, I know my sister Mo has because she sent me a whole bunch of cards. I'm going to show you a few of them in a minute. Wait till you see what she sent me. This is why it's good to have sisters. My sister Ellie sends me stuff. My sister Mo sends me stuff. And I'm just kind of spoiled. Remember that black that I said we'd cut out earlier? We're going to emboss this. So we're going to need a Versamark. We're going to need our white embossing powder. We're going to need our embossing buddy from our little embossing accessory kit here, right? So I'm just going to take that over my black piece. Now, for some reason, I have this thing where I can't stamp this word straight. I don't know. I don't know if it's because it's got the two different fonts. I don't know. Let's just hope it's straight. Okay. Hope it's straight. If not, we're going to have to just go with it and we'll fix it later. None of your siblings make cards? Oh, I'm sorry. My sisters are both been demonstrators. My sister Mo and I joined at the same time 20 years ago. And I think my sister Ellie is at least 15 years. So I think so. Anyway, Ellie joined so she could come with us to a convention 100 years ago. And then we never thought she'd be interested because she's a teacher. So perfect, it's perfect for teachers, but she was a phys ed teacher and business teacher. And we didn't really think it was her thing, nor did she. And then all of a sudden she started creating, and she's a really beautiful stamper. So for all those people that say, oh, I don't want to do it, I'm not creative, Ellie's a good example. Now she just churns out cards constantly. She makes Mo and I look lazy. She gets in her studio and just goes. And of course, it's a natural segue for teachers, especially retired ones, right? Because that's what they did. They can teach you how to do things. And she really was helpful in explaining to me how to teach people how to do things. So, break it down into little bits and you can do it. All right. So now we're going to add that DSP that we cut earlier. And remember, we've got the soft sea foam is our color. Okay. Go. And then we've got our piece that we stamped. And I think, I'm going to put this down. I have to think about a second. Wait a second. Is that what I want next? Yes, it is. I want this across like so. Okay. Now, we cut this one out earlier, right? So I want to put some ribbon on there. So now I'm just going to grab that wonderful ribbon that you're going to get in your kit. You join the class. I didn't bother cutting one of those reinforcements only because it's mostly covered up by the ribbon. So I live on a street where there is a school at one end of the street, an elementary school, and there is a middle school at the end of going the opposite way. So I get kids every morning going both ways. And so this morning I heard the little pitter patter of all the feet, 600 or so. And you only know that the school's there at before 9 and after 3, and it's all disappeared by about 3:15. Everybody's left. But I thought this morning, what's that racket outside? And it was the kids. I'd forgotten that they were heading back. Okay, so this one is. It was nice for my kids. They could roll out of bed, especially, well, not so much elementary. They were pretty good about getting there, but my son Ian would be like literally falling out of bed 10 minutes before he had to leave for middle school. The high school, they have to hike too. They had to hike. It was over a kilometer, almost 1.5 kilometers. So he had to get up a little earlier to get there. Okay, so there's our tag. So we've got, look at all the different designs. We've got the gingham look, and then we've got the brick, and then we've got the stripes of the paper. So you've got a lot of things going on, which are kind of interesting. Now, apples. I think I'm going to put just going to see which way I want this. I think I'm going to put my green apple down first. So I am going to use dimensionals. This is a great layout, easy to replicate with a whole bunch of different designs, right? And then I want this one to be higher than this one. So remember, when you've already put one item down with dimensionals, you're going to have to double decker them. So you're going to have to grab another dimensional and put one on top of the other. That's so that it will clear the first one. Do you know what I mean? So it'll be higher than the first one. Otherwise, I have this kind of floppy, indented look. That looks good. Go. Let's add. Oh, I'm just looking at the comments. Yes, Joanne, it's lovely to have my sisters do it with me. It really, really is, especially since my sister Mo introduced me to stamping before Stampin' Up. I used to do scrapbooks by myself, but I didn't do stamping per se. And she got me into that. And then when Stampin' Up came, it was kind of a natural progression that we'd both do it, get our discount. We loved that. And we've been going ever since. Okay, let's add some of those dots, those classic matte dots. You know, these are on the weekly deals, you guys, this week. So if you want to grab some, grab them before tomorrow. And I think I'm going to do one just kind of there. Okay. All right, what do we think? It's kind of fun, simple, right? I like that. Okay, I'm going to lower this. I'll just lower this because I want to show you a bunch of cards. Okay. Oh, I used to work in a little stamp store too, Jennifer, in Vancouver. And in fact, that's how I came to know Shelley Gardner, who's the co-founder and former CEO, just board chair now of Stampin' Up. She came into my friend's store that my friend was working in and asked if anybody would like to give her some feedback on Stampin' Up coming to Canada. And my friend said I would, and she said, do you have any friends? And she said, I do. And so my friend and I and my sister Mo ended up being on a focus group before Stampin' Up even arrived in Canada. So yeah, that's kind of how we got involved too. So that's the card for today. Do you remember I made this card last week? Pretty sure I did, didn't I? Yeah, I did. And then this card, I've entered in a contest. And I think I posted all the information here on my Facebook page and in some of my groups. So if you don't mind going and giving me a vote, I'd really appreciate it. So apples and apples and apples. Now I'll show you, I'm not going to show you all the cards that my sister sent me because I'm going to save some for the next time. But check this one out. I thought this one was really pretty. Whoops, as I throw it on the ground. I like this one. Is that pretty? So this is my sister Mo Dickey. She she's made and sent this to me. And that's another die that's in the set, is this one that runs like that. Got some hair on there. And then these are the flowers. Aren't they pretty? And look at that juicy apple. I love that. So that was nice of my sister. And I'll show you one more. This is one that she did. Now, this is like a spanner card. Now, we've made spanner cards, you know, where the usually you have something goes across and then the whole piece goes up, but most changed it up a little bit. So she's glued down the sides as opposed to having them free float. And this opens up. And then look inside. She's used those other pieces, the flowers, those dies. See how they emboss and cut at the same time? Isn't that gorgeous? That's a lot of work, but I love it. Love it. And this is that fabulous DSP that's free. Is it Celebrate Everything or something like that? It's free as a hostess. So those were 2 of the cards that my sister sent me. Aren't they pretty? Love. And then just as a reminder, here's our card for today. Sort of put these down. How about we do this? There's a couple. Really awesome. So make sure that you check out that Perfect Partners before the end of September so that you can get the dies that match, right? She didn't go to Red Deer. No, she went to Edmonton and Calgary, but she didn't actually go to Red Deer. Not that I'm aware of. I'm pretty sure she might have, but I don't recall hearing that. Anyway, she got around. It was 21 years ago, at least 21, 22. I can't remember. Anyway, she did go across Canada, that's for sure. Oh, hi, Paulette. I didn't see you there in Toronto. Nice to see you. All right, I think. Oh, hi, Jacqueline. You snuck in there. Okay. I think I said hi to everybody. Yes, great. Okay, so I hope to be back on Sunday. But I can't promise because my daughter is visiting and we might head out. But if we don't head out early, I'll see you back here at 10 on Sunday, but I will post to let you know, okay? If you have any questions, just let me know, and I hope you get some creative time. And I have missed you, and I'm so glad that you popped on today. Happy stamping, and to get some creative time in. Okay, bye for now.